Alright guys, this one won't take as long, but here is our ratio table and graph notes. So in order to do ratio graphs, you have to be able to do ratio tables. They kind of go hand in hand. So the way that it works is we see this, and what you want to do is you want to fill in the rest of the ratio table, this right here with our x's and our y's, to determine whether this is proportional with your graph. And you'll have to answer the question, is this proportional? So the first thing that we need to do is we need to fill in our ratio graph, our ratio table. So I have 4 to 6. As stated in the video prior, you want to make sure that all ratios are put into simplest form. So I'm going to put one more table down below, and I have the 4, I have the 6. Hopefully you guys know that when I need to simplify that, I can take a 2 out of 4 and a 2 out of 6. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. And now my ratio is in simplest form. And now I can go through and figure out what all the rest of these numbers are. So I figure out that, okay, well, I know that 2 times 2 is 4. And then I know that 2 times 4 is 8. And if 2 times 4 is 8, I need to multiply 3 times 4. And 3 times 4 is 12. And then I need to do, well, 2 times what is 12? 2 times 6 is 12, so that means I need to do 3 times 6, and 3 times 6 is 18. And then our final one is what times 2 is 16? Well, 2 times 8 is 16, so that means I need to do 3 times 8, and 3 times 8 is 24. So hopefully you guys figured all of that out, and that made sense based on the video that we just watched prior to it. So your first step with ratio graphs is you must fill in the ratio table. Then once you've filled in your table, you then have to remember that in order to graph on a coordinate plane, there are things that are called ordered pairs. Okay, and you need to then write your ordered pairs. Remember, ordered pairs are written x, comma, y. And this is written x, y. So that means my first ordered pair is 2, 3, because that's my smallest one that we wrote down here. Then I have 4, 6. Then I have 8, 12. I have 12, 18. And I have 16, 24. So I'm then going to take those and I'm going to plot them on my graph. So remember, we start at 0, 0. We start at the origin. And I'm going to go to the right 2, and I'm going to go up 3, and I'm going to put a dot. I'm then going to do the same with 4, 6. I'm going to go over 4, up 6. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start at origin, go over 8, and up 12. And then I'm going to go over 12 and up 18. In the last one, I am going to go over 16 and up 24. Okay? Then what you are going to do is you're going to grab anything that's straight. I'm going to use just a piece of paper. You don't need a ruler. And what you're going to do is you're going to connect all of the dots using a line. And those dots need to be connected, and they're going to connect to the origin. And then I'm going to draw a little arrow because that line is going to continue. So that is what it should look like when you are done. Then you have to ask the question, is this proportional? And your answer is yes. It is proportional because when we graphed it, it is a straight line. All of those lines, the dots go through my line. It goes through 0, 0. If it doesn't go through 0, 0, it is not correct. Okay, so there is that. So please make sure that all of that is there. So what I would like you to do now is you are going to do number 2 on your own. You need to answer, is it proportional? Okay, your running is X. The walking is Y. Make sure you put it into simplest form. Graph it. Graph the ones that you can graph. You're not going to be able to graph all of them. And then make sure you tell me yes or no, or proportional or non-proportional. And then go and check it with the sub. Once you get this page right, you will then be allowed to start on your homework. So hopefully that made sense. I will be back later today. That way you can let me know if you have any questions over this topic. So good luck.